Hello, everybody, which basically includes Mac right now. Mac, if you're out there still, just let me just let me know. I'm having some issues right now with Jamie trying to come in here, but we're gonna see if we can get everything going. Because I'm not. Oh, there we go. So I'm just hoping that everybody is able to see me right now and hear me. Let me change over my chat here so I can see you guys talking. Hey, Jason and Mac and oh, you guys can hear me. That's good. So right now I got nobody in the chat right now. Hey, Mimi, how's it going, girl? I'm basically on my own right now. I'm waiting for Jamie to come in and see if anybody else wants to join me. I sent out a bunch of messages and stuff, and we're gonna see who wants to come in. I'm also waiting for Blair from Good Turn Daily, Blair, because he wants to know how I attach my patterns to my wood. So I'm gonna go over that again. Hey, Pat, how's it going? Good to see you here. And so I'm going to go over the putting my patterns on my wood because people are still having issues with that. So I'll go over it again one more time. And if anybody out there wants in on me on the chat, just let me know, and I'll send you guys a link. And if you got any questions or comments, they're more than welcome. If I can't answer them, I'm pretty sure I can't answer them. If I can't answer them, we'll get answers for you. Hey, Alan, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Well, I've seen you posting on Facebook. I haven't seen you around in a while though. I'm doing pretty good. I was talking to Mac earlier apparently, and I'm just feeling down and blah right now because of the weather. It's cold, but it's warm. It's warming up here actually, but it's getting cold. So yeah, it's -10 in Canada right now, or in Alberta. So for all you Americans out there, it is I'll tell you in a second. 10 minus, look at this, 14 degrees Fahrenheit. So hey, Shay, how's it going? And Shay's out shopping again. I wonder if she's buying wood. I wonder if she's buying more wood or wood products. Don't know. We'll find out in a minute though, won't we? Hey, Jameson, how's it going? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, sweet.
We had a great view. You're stealing corner though. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
So you got a new headset.
Yeah. Yep. I got a Walker Bluetooth headset with microphone.
That's cool. Is it gonna work for you though?
I don't know. We'll see.
It seems to be working.
I can hear you as long as you can hear me.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Now, as long as everybody in the chat can hear you, that's awesome. That'd be better. That's what counts.
Hey, Shay, can you hear me?
She's buying Nerf guns. Unbelievable.
Hey, Mac, Alan, Jason, Pat H.
Pat H. Yeah, so we're running on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So we got a lot of comments coming in for everybody. Alan's over on Facebook there. And we'll let everybody know that too, that his comments are coming in from Facebook. Everybody else is on YouTube, so they can see the chat there as well.
Hello, Josh.
Hey, Josh, how's it going, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. Well, I haven't been on for a while either, so a couple days off, apparently. So Mr. Carter wants to know what you've been up to, Jamie, and how you're doing.
I'm doing good. Just working in between rain and snow, playing in the mud. Right now I'm working on a sign. It's about 4 foot long and 2 foot wide. Painting it up right now, and then my wife's going to put decals on it for a friend from church.
God, paint and decals.
I feel bad because I just said, yeah, I think I can work on that wood sign. And then all of a sudden I get all these other details. And then, of course, what's a scroll sawer going to do? First thing they said is scroll saw every single letter, every single number.
Well, yeah, I would. I do them all the time.
Do it twice.
Twice? Why twice?
One for each side of the board.
Oh, it's double-sided?
Yep.
Oh, well, why don't you stack cut them?
I don't know.
Or you could have stack cut the backers and then just put an LED light behind it and have it on the back of a half-inch board, right?
Right. Well, he wanted it on 3/4 ply, pressure treated.
So it's going outside, obviously. Then.
Yeah.
What are you using to seal that up with?
Some Hellman's, indoor outdoor.
Oh, cool.
Clear coat. Yeah.
Max says Jamie looks like he's ready for a NASCAR race. Yeah.
Yep.
If you were gonna put some NASCAR numbers on the side, what number would you put?
Well, I haven't watched in a while. Last time I would have put 48 was the last number, active. But ultimately, my favorite one of all times since I've been alive is Richard Petty, 43.
You know,
even though he doesn't drive that anymore.
Doesn't Richard Petty just remind you of Burt Reynolds?
Yeah, exactly. Almost to a T.
Exactly. Hey, we got Robert Fowler over on Facebook there. Hey, Rob, how's it going? He says, can't stay. Just saw you on. Figured I'd drop in and say howdy. Well, howdy.
Howdy.
And Dennis. Oh, yeah.
So one right above it.
Yeah, go ahead. We can read that one. I'll let you read it.
All right. I just want to make sure we're staying in line. He's been working on a Marine sword display with ash and bacon wood. Your favorite kind of wood.
I know, bacon wood. There's no bacon wood. I know that. I know there's no bacon wood. Aromatic cedar is my bacon wood. That's what I use.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Dennis. Dennis is in. Hey, buddy. I hope you're feeling good. Hey, Dennis, do you want a link to come in and say hey to everybody, or are you okay? We got Dave Jones. What the Blue Blaze of Kanakistan hell's going on here? Hey, Dave, how's it going? I hope you're feeling good, and hope you're doing all right. Max says Stroker Race is my favorite race car driver. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting patiently for Blair, good turn Eddie Blair, to come on. He asked me a question about how I'm applying my patterns to my wood again, because nobody writes things down.
Right.
So
I told him how I used to do it, and I showed him today how I've been doing it, kind of like the Charles Deering way. But I didn't get a chance to describe in text how to do it your way. I ran out of time. But yeah, this is one that my wife got from Etsy.
Bear clock.
It's a bear clock on a saw blade.
Cool. I like
with
that.
Roman numerals and all that.
Roman noodles, yeah. Ramen noodles.
Yeah, ramen noodles.
Oh, so you just used
I just paper. Used it. Yep. Oh, get this! I got a story for you. So I was down in Louisiana, and I had taken some Steve Good patterns down there, so I could teach my buddy how to use my saw and do some basic cuts and everything. And I didn't have nothing else besides a saw, some blades, and the paper. Didn't have no tape, no nothing. So I figured, well, there's a few buddies that want to learn, so maybe I'll do a few patterns. And I went to Walmart. I went to Dollar General. I went to any place I could find to look for carbon paper. Nobody had it. I ended up going to a truck stop and buying an old paper logbook that had that little sheet of carbon paper in it.
Yeah.
To trace a design. What a pain.
If you really wanted to, you could take the lead out of a pencil, like just strip it down with a knife, pull the lead out, the carbon, and you could just use that on the back of your pattern, and then just drew on the front of your pattern.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, because it does the same thing, right?
Yeah. So Dennis says, "Go, doing good. Send me the link."
Yep, good, sent off already to him, and so we're waiting for him to come in. Mimi says you should write it down so we can print it out. No, you got to watch the videos. You got to watch the videos and write it down yourself because that way you guys can read your own writing because you'll never be able to figure out my chicken scratch. I write like a doctor, so.
Max says Russian fingers and roaming hands, Jameson.
Yeah. My penmanship is worse than a doctor. Nobody can read my writing at all. It's unbelievable. So I just got a message from Blair. He's coming in right away. Booting up his computer, he says. Oh, there's our good friend Dennis Duperon.
Can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, Dennis, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good, thanks.
How you doing
Hello,
today?
Dennis.
Hey, how you doing over there?
Good.
So are you back on the saw yet or what?
No, I'm not back on the saw yet. I'm having a hard time still getting my arms up high enough after the surgery and after they crack you open. They limit to how many pounds and how much you can lift and what you can do. And so I'm just now getting to where I can get my hands over my head. They didn't want me to do that for the first 8 weeks until I got till that incision got healed. So I've been working out with some little 5-pound weights to strengthen my arms a little bit more and to where I get them up a little bit higher. And it's a long process, guys. It's a long process, but I'm getting there. I feel good. I feel a lot better than I did. That's for sure. I lost almost 50 pounds, and so yeah. It's getting there. I'm getting stronger. I pop in every once in a while on Charles and say hi, but didn't stay very long because it's tiring. Get about this time at night and I'm ready to go to bed. So
we understand that.
But everything's healing nicely. The incision where they cut me open and cracked my chest and everything, it's healing really nicely. Discovered I've got 2 titanium plates now in my chest, screwed in to hold everything together.
So how long ago was it?
Well, it was on Halloween, and when I went in, I was actually having a heart attack at that time, but I didn't know it. And they have some kind of a blood test that they can take and tell you, are you having a heart attack? Did you have a heart attack? And they said I had had multiple heart attacks, but they couldn't give me a number. It just said I had multiple heart attacks, which ended up, they tried to do the little angioplastic thing, but that wouldn't work. And so then it ended up being a quadruple bypass is what it ended up being. So
Yeah.
But when they say you have a heart attack, you think like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna grab my chest and my arm hurts and the whole thing. And it wasn't that way. I was out of breath basically. And I about 5 years ago, I had my lungs had started retaining fluid, and I thought maybe that was what it was. And we went in and we figured, hey, they'd just give me the medicine and we'd drain it out and I'd be out the next day. But that wasn't the case. I was having a heart attack at that time when I went in, and my wife and I both said we didn't think it was that, but that's the way it was.
Wow.
So,
Hey, Russ, how's it going, buddy?
What's up, Widow?
Yeah, it could be better.
Well, it could be worse too.
Not in this case. I'm gonna be a Debbie Downer,
Uh-oh.
but it's necessary for me because
I was going to tell you.
we just found out that my nephew he just turned 17, and they found a golf ball sized tumor in his brain,
Mm.
and they took him to Texas Children's Hospital, and they did a CAT scan. They didn't find anything, but when they called him back, they did an MRI, and they called him back and get him back up there quick. And so they went to looking at it, and they took it out and sent it off to test it, and it was malignant, and it's in a bad spot.
Oh no.
So can they? It's too soon to. Sorry, it's too soon for answers and stuff though. But can they operate?
They did. They took out as much as they could take out.
Yep.
They couldn't get it all, and the doctor came in and looked and told them that it there's nothing they can do.
That's
And
sad.
yeah, they give him 2 to 3 years tops.
Oh wow.
And they did a GoFundMe for him a while back, probably about 2 weeks ago now, and I shared it on my personal page and some of the CNC groups and stuff, and they got some money off of that, but it is nothing that they can do. There's nothing. This kid has got nothing left.
This is so sad when it happens
He
to a
was.
little one.
Yeah, it's bad because this kid was a great kid. I mean, he's a football player, and he was healthy. And a couple months ago, they started noticing things. This is something that everybody needs to watch out for. He started slurring his speech, and he didn't have good control of his left side. His legs and stuff started getting weak and stuff like that. And so they took him in, and that's just what it turned out to be.
So
Bad.
sorry, Russ. We'll keep him in our prayers.
Thanks.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a tough time, tough road to hoe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is something that no parent should have to do that with a kid.
Well, yeah. I mean, and it's sad when they tell them that, hey, you only got a couple years to live. That is just it's sad.
bad.
That is,
Yeah.
yeah. It is just so bad, and I'm so sorry.
I appreciate y'all's support.
Yeah, I was so blessed because I could have left anytime. That's how bad my heart was, and it is just so sad for a young person like that who has their whole life ahead of them to do and to create and to be, and then it gets, their light gets dashed out so soon.
Yeah,
Sad.
like a wife was saying, we never had any kind of an idea anything like this was happening, and then all of a sudden, bam! And the kid, he lives right behind us. He was about a block away, and it's hard.
Yeah, it is very hard, bro. Sorry. We'll keep them all in our prayers.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
For sure. Well, gee, thanks, Ross.
Yeah, I know. I told you I was going to be a Debbie Downer, man. I know.
That's okay, Russ. That's okay. You got to talk about it. You got to.
Oh yeah. Like we're that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about stuff. Talk about everything. Doesn't matter what it is.
When I put my Facebook or my YouTube video up that why I wasn't where people didn't see me because I'd had a heart attack. Yeah, I was amazed, absolutely amazed at the amount of people that came out and said they were praying for me and said don't worry, we'll be there. I mean, this community is the best, and
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
we're, we hate to hear things like that, but Russ, you got to talk about it. You gotta get it out, and
Yeah,
we're here for you, man.
he's got a dad that they don't have anything to do with. His dad was uh is just something mental with his dad, and his dad's on Social Security now because he can't hold a job, and they have nothing to do with him. The boy and his mother, his mother divorced his dad, and she remarried to a great guy, and he said that the wife just told me that they put him on the Make a Wish thing, and that he said he only wanted one thing. That was to have. I'm sorry.
It's okay,
No,
Russ.
no.
It's okay.
Take your time. Take your
Yeah,
time.
it's okay.
Hi, John.
Hey, Blair, how's it going?
So I'm doing two lives right now. I've got you, and then I've got Jay,
So Robo, all in all,
Yeah.
how was your holiday?
and so
What holiday?
sorry for the delay, but I had to go pick up
It.
keys from my wife, and then my wife said, "Well, you need to eat," so I ate, and here I am.
So what?
You gotta listen to her and what she tells you to do, though. Obviously.
I'm putting a
Well, yeah,
you know,
she twisted my arm, but
little ute. And have it covered in body before.
I'm not sure how to mute this.
Tell Robbo to shut up.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to pop out for a minute. There we go. I told him what was going on.
That's that damn Robbo. He's always talking all the time.
So did Russ back out?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, it looks like
he's gone off right now. Hope he comes back
Oh,
because
I know.
we'll give him support and everything else that he needs and stuff too.
Yeah. Well, like we said, you just take his time. You don't have to. You don't have to. I don't know.
This is a great community because look how far apart all of us are. John, you're up in Canada, and Wood Creations. I'm not exactly sure where you're at, but I'm in state of Washington. But even though we're that far apart, we still have the connection. We still feel for when someone like Russ is what they're going through, or what I went through.
Right.
Like I said, I was amazed, absolutely amazed at the amount of people that got back to me and said, "Hey, that's okay. We'll be there." We got a great community here. We really do.
Yeah.
Well, I
And you
think
got
what Turners and Scrollers, it's huge community, and we're all kind of looking out for each other. Every now and then, there's a little bit of drama, but yeah,
We have a lot of fun.
life for a year.
Yeah.
There's no
especially
drama.
with these live streams. I mean, we can talk to people all around the world in all different communities.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
individual communities, but we're all in the same woodworking or crafting, or however you want to put
Makers.
makers. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. And it's sad. I feel closer to you guys than I do my own brother. I have three brothers. Two of them have already passed away, and I have one other one. And I feel closer to you guys, and I've never met you face to face.
Right.
But the camaraderie that we have built through this community and the things that we do that all of us like to do, it's amazing.
Well, I'm not going to take anything away from Russ's situation, but the cancers are cruel. I mean, it took my
Yeah.
dad, and now my uncle from my stepdad's side, he's on the last leg. He just got put in hospice and told it, count your days because that's all you got.
Yeah.
So it's rough for everybody.
Well, my daughter-in-law went through cancer, and she was one of the lucky ones that survived. But she went through hell in order to survive.
Right.
But it's yeah.
And one of our scroll sawers here, Shay, she's a cancer survivor.
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she I think she just had her 9-year anniversary.
Yeah, she had her
Oh.
anniversary, and she also mentioned it here in the comments too that she's a survivor. It makes her feel guilty when young kids get diagnosed like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And John Naves, he's got his own situations that he's gone through and is going through, and he said life is precious. One moment you're here, the next you're gone.
Also, I'm gonna. I don't mean to
Yeah,
cut you
go
off
ahead.
there,
No,
Jamie,
go ahead.
but,
Go ahead.
Larry's here. Hey, Larry. We haven't been ignoring you.
Yeah.
We're busy listening to everybody else.
Yeah.
And everybody here feels for Russ right now, and what he's going through. I understand and
And I
appreciate
saw
that.
Herb as well.
And Herb's here. Hey, Herb. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Herb.
Hope
Hey,
you're
Herb.
doing okay as well. Dave Jones, Portal Woodwork says, yeah, it's been awesome in this community to him as well. He lets everybody know that he has leukemia. Cancer is a bad demon to fight. Yes, it is. Josh says he lost his mom 2 years ago to cancer. Yeah, I lost my mom to breast. My mom had breast cancer. I think it was a while ago, back in mid '90s, and then she went through chemo, got out of that one, and then she got breast cancer in her other side, and then she went to chemo and radiation and everything else. And then the day that she went to get her final check, they said that she had brain cancer, and it basically affected like a mohawk down the center of her brain, and they gave her like 6 months after that. So yeah, so not to be a total downer, but we all feel for Herb and everybody's going through. I understand that, appreciate that. Dennis, we appreciate you for being here with us still too. And we know that Dave's going through the same stuff with his leukemia, and everybody else has their other problems too, right? But yeah, we're all here for everybody else too. So, but I got a show to put on. And Blair actually wanted to know something. That's actually why I'm here, because Blair wanted to know something. What'd you want to know, Blair?
So, all right. Welcome everybody to kindergarten. This is Scroll Sawing 101. John, the question is, when you have a pattern, I want to see what you do to affix it to the wood and make it so that the pattern will be able to lift off easy and, go from there. Would you do that for us tonight?
Yeah, I'll walk everybody through it one more time.
Hey, all right. In my defense, though, John, I did go through your videos and I hadn't seen when you have done this. And so I did do my due diligence, but I hadn't seen how you do it.
You didn't watch enough videos then, obviously.
I did, though, kind of.
Okay, so to start off with, get your wood, whatever wood you're doing it with, whether it be pine or pine, oak, mahogany, blah blah blah, whatever wood you have, sand it down.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Where do you usually get your wood from?
Okay, I usually use 1/4-inch Baltic birch. I do have 1/8 Baltic birch, 1/2-inch Baltic birch, depending on what I'm cutting. I do have I got this nice these nice live edge. I believe they're I can't remember what it is now. Maple. this nice quarter-inch live edge maple. They're still rough cut. These haven't been sanded down yet. And I do use a lot of cedar tongue and groove wall, cedar tongue and groove as well, which comes in 1/4 inch, or aromatic cedar, which also comes in 1/4 inch as well. They're 1/4 inch tongue and groove, and basically I just run them through the saw, get rid of the tongue and groove off the edges, and then they're good to go. I'll sand them down as well, and then oak, 3/8 oak, and 1/4 inch green poplar. Those are my go-to woods, unless in the odd chance I happen to have some 3/8 pine that I cut down and ripped on my bandsaw and table saw. Okay, so start with wood.
Okay.
Wood you need. Welcome back, Russ.
Glad to be back. I got a little bit better control of myself now.
Okay, that's good. We're here for you. We're here for you. It's okay. We
Well, I'm
understand.
going back to my same old. I'm going to eat on your show if you don't mind.
Russ is gonna be eating. Go figure, eh?
All right, I'll put the mute button on.
All right. Then, once you got your wood, if it's too thick, run it through the planer, plane it down. So you get it nice and flat. Flat Ola. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what I do is because I got an air compressor, I got a random orbital sander, air actuated, and I basically just use 180 grit. And when I sand my wood, what I'll do is I'll run a pencil line across it. You'll see you'll actually see a lot of different woodworkers do this. Just run a pencil line across it like that. And when your pencil line is gone, you know you have a nice even surface because your pencil line is gone on the whole entire thing. So sand it down till your pencil line's gone. Okay. Then, because I have an air compressor, I use my air gun. And I go to get all the dust off of it. After all the dust is off of it, then I use a tack cloth. The tack cloth gets all the fine dust off of it.
I wondered what sound effects you were going to use for that tack cloth like you did for the air compressor.
Okay. Right. So once your surface is nice and dry and free of dust, then I use Glad Press and Seal. Not sponsored. Now, if you don't have Press and Seal, try and get some Press and Seal. You don't have to. This is the way I do it, though. You take your Press and Seal, cut off a section. Now, there's a non-sticky side and a sticky side. Just lay it across your wood, right? Nice and loose across your wood. Then I usually just push one corner down. Then I'll stretch it across the diagonal. You'll see the stretchy marks on there, right? Then you stretch it the other direction. And then the final direction. If it comes off, not a big deal because you can always just reapply it anyway. Till it's almost smooth. Now I use a squeegee, which I just had here. I use a vinyl squeegee. If you don't have a vinyl squeegee, you can use a credit card. If you don't have a credit card or a bank card, you can actually just push it on with your finger and just start in one spot and just push it on. I usually go in circles though, just to make it easier. But if I got a squeegee, then I'll use a squeegee. And it doesn't matter if you got wrinkles or ripples in it. Then once it's on your wood, it's flat on your wood. You can cut your edge off. Craft knife, X-Acto knife. Just cut it off or rip it off because it's just going to get in your way anyway in the end. Okay. Then use your spray adhesive. I don't see. I didn't grab it. Give me 1 sec. I'll grab it. I'll show you.
So, John, boy, he's a quick one.
Hello, Care Bear on Twitch. She says that you can, or they say, you can always order press and seal on Amazon.
It's cheaper at the dollar store.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
John,
yeah,
you left before I could ask you the question
Go ahead.
because you're so damn quick.
Okay. What?
So I know you're using the spray adhesive. Can you lay the pattern on top of what you just did and then do press and seal again?
Yes, but why would you?
Just so you don't have to use spray glue?
Oh, no. You want to use spray glue or a glue stick or some other way to put your pattern onto your press and seal.
But see, Blair, what he's using and the way he's doing it is you spray it on the paper, you let it get tacky, and then put a light coat on it, let it get tacky. And once it gets tacky, then you flip it over onto the press and seal and you smooth it out.
Yeah, because the thing is your spray adhesive. Now, this is what I use. You can use whatever you want. You can use spray 77 or Elmer spray, whatever. It says high strength, extended open tack time, which means that you can let it sit for about 2 minutes maximum before it totally dries out. But because it's a contact cement, you want to spray your press and seal, and you can spray the entire piece of wood. It doesn't really matter. Like, even if your pattern is only going to be this big, you can spray the whole thing. It doesn't matter because you can actually cut it off after. So spray your press and seal. Let it just set it down. Spray your pattern. Just count to 10. It's basically all you need. Then lay your pattern on and just press it on. That's all you have to do. Then you can drill your entry holes. So once it's on there, you can drill all your entry holes and then start drilling, or then start scroll sawing. Right now, the thing is that the reason I use press and seal is before, like, some people basically just use like an Albert's glue stick, or they'll spray the wood, spray the back of the pattern, and put it right on the wood, directly on the wood. The problem with that is you're going to end up with glue residue on your finished piece, and it's a pain to get off. But you can put basically paint thinner, lacquer, mineral spirits, whatever, basically to get rid of the glue off your wood. But it's a lot more time consuming. Whereas with the press and seal, when you're finished your cutting. This it's still not done, by the way. I still have to do his nose. When you're finished cutting, you can, and this is also the reason why I do front and back, sand the front and the back, so that when you're done cutting, it'll peel off. Peels right off, right? So there's the pattern and the press and seal on the back of it. And your wood is completely done because you're just sanding to it before you put the press and seal on, before you cut it all, so that the back is nice and finished already. Yes, there's still some fuzzies you got to clean up, but your front is already complete and done and finished work piece.
That's
God
cool.
says if you can't get press and seal, you can always use blue painter's tape.
Yep.
Put that down first, then you spray your pattern.
Yep. And another thing with the press and seal is that if your pattern comes off, so if your press and seal comes off the wood, it's not a big deal, because you can always press it back on the wood. And this is the biggest advantage. This is the biggest reason why I clean my wood so good with the air gun and the tack cloth, is so that if the pattern ever comes off, you can stick it back on. Now, I do have patterns around here somewhere. I cleaned my shop up a bit, but I do have these ornaments that I did last Christmas that still have the press and seal on, and I can still peel it off and put it back on the pattern, like back on the wood.
Oh, that's cool. That's a great idea.
So it will last on there, and at least a year, right? Well, it's been what, like I did them at the beginning of last December, so it's been at least 13 months that they've been on there. I can still peel it off and put it back on and not have a problem with it. And then when you peel it off, your wood is finished. You basically have an instant finished piece. You just have to clean up some of the fuzzies on the backside. Now,
Brilliant, John. It's brilliant.
This is the way I do it. I'm trying to get more people to go this way. Now, if you don't want to go do this, because it just seems too easy to do, I don't know why you wouldn't want to do it. If you don't want to do this, you can actually go down. There's a lot of people that are buying clear adhesive backer now, like shelf liner almost, and doing the exact same thing. Shelf liner is a bit more expensive. It comes in a bigger roll, but it does the exact same thing that I'm doing here. It's just that the press and seal you get at the dollar store.
I was going to say, I got this press and seal for only like a couple bucks, and I mean, it's like what, 140 square feet, you know?
Yeah, it's 23 yards, right? So it's 21 meters, 70 square feet by a 12-inch roll, right? So you can do a big area with it for next to nothing.
I mean, John is you have said this about the Glad press and seal for a lot of years, ever since I've known you.
Yeah.
And I never did try it till just recently, and I swear by it now. Whenever I do my patterns when I'm scrolling, I put the press and seal on in it, and it works just like you said. It's a whole lot easier.
Now, John,
And if you use the flat blades, you don't have to worry about the fuzzies on the back.
Yeah, we know what we all think about flat blades around here.
Hey, now.
But you'd have a finished piece with no fuzzies.
Yeah, you can do that too. The press and seal is a
when my wife went into the Dollar Tree the other day, I said, "See if they got any press and seal." Got me a load of press and seal.
Now, if people start off like Charles, you can basically just use carbon paper, put your pattern down, trace your pattern down. Because Blair's not even here now.
I don't like that so much because I see the way Charles does it, and it unnerves me because he's taking an extra step.
Well, here's
he has the paper already there.
Here's something I got to put it on that part. Sometimes the patterns that I have are too big to scan on the computer to be able to print them off, and so that's what I do. Like when I get Sue May plaques, a lot of times I'll have to sit there and trace them out because my scanner is not big enough to hold the pattern on there and upload it to my computer. Well, I mean, as far as ones that you can get off the computer or that you can scan and put on the computer where you can print out whenever you want to use it, that works great.
Well, I bigger printer.
I tried the Charles way once with carbon paper and everything, and I didn't like it because the pattern would actually smudge on the wood, and I don't know, maybe I was doing something wrong, but it would actually smudge, and you're constantly going back over, trying to get your pattern all set back up again. At least I was. And so
I think it would have to depend on what type of carbon paper you're using. I like when I first started off, I was using basically this general use carbon paper. It's
Right.
a no name brand, and
Right.
it's black, and so you can also get it in blue and red as well.
I use the similar stuff like that too, a no-name carbon.
Yeah. So I started with that, but I figured it was a huge waste of time to draw it on there. And the thing is, if you forget to put on part of your pattern, then it's like, okay, well, now I got to figure out how I'm going to fix it up.
Right, exactly.
Here's one thing with this bear. I did that. I was taking pictures of it and showing Blair some of the things with using the carbon copy technique. And I looked down and I didn't have the backside of my bear. Thankfully, I caught that before I unstuck the bear to the wood. I just used some painter tape and stuck the pattern on the wood, and then did the carbon paper. But like I told John earlier, it's hard to find carbon paper regular.
Card. Yeah, see, I found mine at an actual office supply store, like Office Depot or Office Max.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I got mine, and I'm sure you can maybe find it online. But like I said, I was not real impressed with it. First off, it took double the time, because you have to draw that out, and that's time you could be on the saw cutting the pattern out.
Believe it or not, we've gone into our local Wally World, and you go and ask them for carbon paper, and they look at you crazy.
Yeah, they do.
Because they don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Yeah,
the young kids that are working there now, they don't know what carbon paper is.
Exactly. Some
if you
people
really want to throw them off, go ahead, Dennis.
Some people even call it transfer paper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get mine at the local Office Depot.
Yeah.
Russ, if you really want to throw them off, tell them you're looking for some mimeograph paper.
Oh yeah, that'll put them in a spin.
They've been a catatonic fit.
Yeah.
These kids nowadays, they don't know nothing.
Or you show them a phone that has the rotary dial on it and ask them to make a phone call.
There are many different ways to do it. You like I said, you can spray the wood, spray your pattern, put it right on. You can use carbon paper. If you want, you can use blue or green painter's tape, spray that, put your pattern onto there. You can use the clear transfer tape now, spray that, put your pattern onto that. There actually is, I can't recall whether it's inkjet or laser. I think it's laser though. You can actually buy Mac tack, clear Mac tack, and print right on with the laser printer, and then put that right on your wood, right on your pattern, right on your wood as well.
I've always used. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Or if you're using a laser printer and you know the exact size of your wood, do the same thing. Sand your wood down, air it off, and then use a tack cloth. And then if you're using a laser printer, print your pattern in reverse, and then you can tattoo your wood. And then you can cut straight onto your wood like that, and that just sands off after too.
Yeah. Now, see, I have been using the blue painter's tape, and then I use the spray adhesive and put my pattern on. I haven't been able to get out to get the press and seal, but I do want to try it and see how that works. It sounds like it's going to work a lot better.
Some people understand the concept of it. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just saying some people have a problem with it. Some people find that they can't use it. That's like flat blades and spirals. A lot of people can't use flat blades. A lot of people don't even want to try spiral blades, right? So it's the same thing. Try and find out what's going to work best for you, and then see if you can improve on that. But there's a lot of different options out there, so just try as much as you can.
Well, what's good about these live shows is we can throw these things around, and for a long time I've used the painter's tape and the adhesive spray, but I want to try this other. And I'm relatively new at scroll sawing. I haven't been doing it for decades, and so on and so forth. But even then, you need to be open-minded, because you might find somebody else has a great idea that will make your scroll sawing even better.
Oh yeah,
And
exactly.
so you gotta have an open mind, Gotta try different things.
It's like the same thing when you're stack cutting, because there's so many different ways to stack cut too. You can use hot glue, you can use double-sided tape, you can use pin nails, you can use drill a hole and glue in wooden toothpicks like I do. You can tape it all together if you want. Um, there's a lot of older scrollers that are like, oh well, when you stack cut your wood, or even when you put your pattern on, you got to put clear tape on it because it lubricates the blade. That's a lie, because the thing is that the more adhesives that you're putting on top of your wood, whether it be spray glue, tape, green tape, then packing tape, glue, and everything else, the more glue you're putting on top of your wood, that's all going to go onto your blade, and it's going to gum your blade up.
Right.
Clear packing tape does not lubricate your blade.
I'm in total agreement with you.
Just saying.
Yes, I tried that once before, a couple times before, and I agree with you. Your blade gets wore out quicker because it gets gummed up, and you can't cut.
Yeah, exactly. Josh says if you're cutting hardwood, you use blue painter's tape and spray the pattern down. Put clear packing tape on top as a blade lubricant. Josh, I said that before I read your comment. I'm just saying. The more adhesive you put on your wood, the more problems you're going to end up gumming up your blade. That's all I got to say. It's the way life works.
It is. Yeah.
So, John, here's a question for you. If you're stack cutting, what is the most that you would ever want to stack cut? Like, how deep?
It's going to depend on your scroll saw. The maximum depth on my scroll saw that I would safely go is 2 1/4 inches. So basically five sheets, 1/4 inch thickness.
But then
10 sheets of 1/8.
You also got to be careful with when you're stack cutting like that. You've got different grain patterns, even though you try to line them up, and so that blade is going to have a tendency occasionally to want to bend and drift.
Yeah, your blade is going to drift and wander because you got too much pressure on it because it's too thick.
Right.
I don't have a problem cutting 2x4 cedars on my scroll saw. It cuts real nice, actually. But if I was to cut 2 inch of MDF, it's way too thick. That's
not a good thing. Yeah,
it's way too thick.
Yeah.
But usually I do one-off patterns though, so I try not to stack cut. If I'm doing multiples of something, I'll probably just stack cut probably 4 1/8 inch thick pieces, right? So then you're only cutting a 1/2 inch thick. Your blade's not going to wander or wobble on you. You're not going to have too much pressure when you're scrolling on it. But the thing is, because I'm using a spiral blade, I'm not pushing my wood into my blade. I'm letting the blade cut the wood itself.
Now, see, I always do one-offs, and if I say I get 2 people that like the one-off, I'll make another one, but I'll also let them know that, hey, this is it will look the same, but it's not going to be the same because I've cut them at different times. It's whereas the stack cutting, they're going to be far closer together. You know what I'm trying to say here, or am I getting, So I just let the customer know that, yeah, it'll look the same, but it's not going to be exactly the same.
And like if you have the capabilities, and you have a Cricut, if you have a Cricut or a print shop nearby that has a lot of scrap vinyl, you can actually get them just to cut your pattern out of the vinyl and then just lay that right on the wood.
Yeah.
My wife does that too. She uses cardstock in her Cricut machine. She'll cut them out patterns for me.
Yep.
Yeah, my daughter-in-law has one too, and she'll cut patterns for me as well. So
there's a lot of different ideas thrown at you, Blair, all at once. So I hope you wrote it all down.
May have to go back and watch this video once he posts it.
Well, you know where this video is for sure, right? Just write this date
I
down.
know this one. Yeah. No, it makes total sense. And I mean, I actually did go out and I bought some of this because I
There you
had
go.
heard you do this before or say it before. And then, the only thing that I'm having trouble finding is, like the 1/4-inch wood that, the different species and stuff like that. I'll have to check out some of the local craft stop stores.
Where are you at?
I'm in Utah.
You've got some pretty good places there. You've got oh gosh, I'm trying to think of one. I can't think
Probably
of the name right now.
Michael's or Hobby Lobby.
No, there's another place that is actually dedicated to the craft of woodworking, whether it's carving, whether it's scroll sawing, and I can't seem to think of it. I think no, Woodcraft would have it, but there's another place that I'm thinking it's in Provo. I can't think of the name.
I know what you're talking about, but they don't. I've been there.
They don't carry it then. Okay.
If you're not opposed to ordering wood online, I've ordered them I ordered from them once. It's Ouch. Yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, it's Ouch. They're good
Go
to
check
do
out the
business
website,
with.
and they got almost every variety of wood, and you can get it from 1/8 up to 3/4 inch.
Well, and John, you said something tonight that I thought was very interesting. Your aromatic tongue and groove cedar. Isn't that the same stuff that they would use to line closets with?
Yes, it's the exact same stuff. And but the only problem I have, though, is that I let it sit outside in the shed outside, so it actually warped on me. It's gonna warp on there, and it actually cracked on me too.
That's pretty normal for that kind of stuff. You need to keep it under weight and keep it dry. But I thought that's what it was that you were showing.
But it makes awesome bacon though.
and you can get that at any of your big box stores.
Exactly.
The same with the green poplar. You can get that at any of your big box stores.
The green poplar and the oak I got from Home Depot.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this one's just for Russ. Russ, do you know what this is? That's Canadian bacon. Just like, you know.
I was waiting on
I'm
it.
shaking my head because I want no part of it.
I was waiting on that. I kept my mouth shut for you, John.
Tastes like ham, by God.
That's good. I like that one. It's just like we call them Canadian geese, and you just call them geese.
They're just geese, man. I don't know. They're geese.
No. I've been through this with you how many times now? It's two different things. My God, we even Googled it.
That's just like the American bald eagle. You know what? It's just a bald eagle.
No. Canadian bacon comes from a different part of the pig, buddy. And it don't taste like bacon. It tastes like ham.
This bacon, there's a lot of fiber in it. That's all I'm telling you right now, John.
You better believe it. Huh.
Oh goodness, yeah.
John, that's what I've got going on now.
And the other thing too, one of the other things that I found is you can go to oh wow, look at there, a Dremel. How do you like that Dremel?
I have had this thing for almost 20 years.
Really?
Look how clean that is. Oh.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right.
Huh?
Have you ever even turned it on? That's actually
good.
Quiet.
Oh.
And now turn it all the way up and do that.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Ready? Oh my goodness sakes! Oh, there we go. Uh-oh.
Broke blade.
Broke a blade. Take a drink.
Take a drink.
No, he didn't break. It just popped out of the thing down in the
All
bottom.
right, spit it back in the bottle. Spit it back in the bottle.
Okay, Russ. Another place, what I find is I'll go to like a Goodwill and some of these secondhand shops, and sometimes you'll find wood in there where people they were going to do some kind of crafting, and for whatever reason they decided not to, and it ends up there, and you can get it at a good price. Or some of the other things that I do is I find I found this container. It looks like those blue plastic containers that you can buy to put things in. Well, this one's a big wooden one, okay, and it's made out of 1/4 inch. I think it's oak, but I'm not sure. I picked it up for a couple bucks. Right now, I'm using it to store things in, but my plan was to take it apart and use the wood for whatever I wanted to cut out. So, you don't necessarily have to buy actual brand new wood per se. You can find things. It's like I wanted to make some wooden butter knives for my family, and so I was in my local Goodwill, and I found this black walnut plate, and it was probably, I don't know, it was probably about 10 inches in diameter, and it varied anywhere from a 1/4 inch to a little bit thicker. I just cut that up and I used that to make my butter knives. So, if you're a little creative and you look around, you can find all kinds of wood. It doesn't have to be brand new. You can find stuff all over.
Herb says Habitat for Humanity was a bunch
There
of
you
wood
go.
too. And I know up here, well, you probably got them down there too. Up here, they got a Habitat Restore.
Yes,
basically
yes,
you
we
go
have
there
those.
yeah, so it basically all the extra wood from their builds that are at the stores and used materials as well.
Well, I went into mine one day, and they had a live edge slab of wood that it was probably about 10 to 11 inches wide by 6 foot tall, and it was of walnut, and it was just a few bucks. Now granted, it was a good thick piece, and if you have ways to cut it down, that's great. But
Well, I know at work, most of our crating comes in. It's basically all brand new 1x4, 1x6 material that's just stapled to itself to make a crate around the signs, right? And basically, I basically grab all that and I cut out the staples where the staples are, and I still end up with a good 3-4 foot length of material, and I just run it through a planer, sand it down. It's really good wood.
Oh,
yeah,
If you want, you can use pallets as well. Jeff Murray lives across town here. He works at the dump, and he's actually done a lot of cuttings out of old dressers, like the drawers on dressers, oak cabinets, like solid. Like, as long as it's older, it's solid oak, like solid wood. Whereas the new stuff is all veneer, right?
Right. So you can find, if you're creative, you can find wood hanging around all over the place.
I've checked every piece of every sofa, every end table that's put to the street. I'll pass by it and I'll stop, take a look. Nope, that's fake wood. Keep going.
Yeah.
Well, sure. I've got a couple cabinet shops here in town where they have cutoffs that are good oak or walnut, that I can use for cutting out. It's big enough for what I'm doing, but not big enough for what they need. And a lot of times they'll just give that to you, or you'll just get it at a really cheap price.
Like I know there was one show we told Shay, just go to a construction site where they're building the houses. Just go through their bin because it's all garbage. And you're gonna find lots of wood, 2x4s, 1x4s, lots of wood, 2x6s, planks, siding, everything.
Make sure you ask them first. They don't tend to want you down there. I'll ask them first.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Unless you do midnight auto type.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to know, Blair?
Nope, John, I am good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna hop over to Jay's live now.
Yeah. Go back over to that turn-in show. We know how you turn it all.
But I am planning on doing a live scroll saw thing. So
When?
I don't know. Maybe Monday. I don't know. Because like I said, I'm tired of freezing my butt off in my shop.
Shay's doing a live on Friday night for newbies. Because Shay's a new. Shay still considers herself a newbie, even though we don't. But she's been doing it less than 6 months, and she's doing a show on blade choices. She's going to do flats and spirals. She's going to go through 3 or 4 different types of each one and show you what the best wood to cut with it and stuff and everything else.
That sounds good.
So you can go check her out. Friday at 7, I think it was.
I'm there with bells on.
She's going to post it on YouTube. She's going to post it on Facebook as well. She's not going to have a panel on it though, but she will do a live after that with a panel.
Oh man, I was hoping to wear my Speedo.
You can do it on the panel afterwards though.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm getting a little tired and I'm still recovering. So thanks for letting me join.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, Dennis. We appreciate that.
Russ, our prayers are with you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night, Dennis.
All righty.
Jason asked me a question. Just give me 1 sec. I'll grab a piece of wood here.
What's up, Squiddo?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Jason Rishloff asked if I cut Purple Heart. Now, the thing is, I have cut Purple Heart. Purple Heart is friggin' expensive, though.
Yes, it is.
I got to pick and choose what I want to cut with this little piece. This little $30 piece of wood is only like a foot, 12 inches long and 4 inches wide. $30, half-inch thick.
I'm gonna ask. I just got my cabinet shop down here. They're not a cabinet shop. They supply cabinet shops around town, and they've just started carrying the more exotic woods like Purple Heart and some others and stuff. And I'm gonna ask them what the price is for that, because I'm pretty sure it's cheaper than that.
Well, everything's cheaper in the States.
Well, yeah, maybe.
This is Canada. Everything's exotic up here.
Yeah, it's got to be cheaper than that. That's a high price.
But I do know that, like, if you sand it down and put it in the oven, you can actually bring the purple out more in it, though. So this is actually the top side, which has been exposed to my lights inside the shop, and this is the back side. Like, you can see the difference in the color, right? Like, it's almost black. It's almost black right now. But if I was to sand that, I can put it in the stove or the oven for probably 20 minutes, I think it is, and it basically brings the oils back up on it. And I know that if you oil it as well, that it'll bring the colors out too. But it's hard. It's really, really dense wood. And I did when I did cut it, you can see in the end there, I actually burnt my blade right through it.
Yeah,
on my table saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say that's pretty hard. I've never tried it, but I haven't had anything that I thought would be necessary for a purple piece of wood.
Well, I actually bought it because our daughter likes the color purple, so I did a couple of
a bunch of them do, but
I did a couple of dragons out of it for her, and then I had some leftover piece. Like I got this one piece here, and I think I have another piece that's about 2 inches wide. But I basically cut strips off of it and used it as inlay in a cupboard, matching cupboard doors that I did up for somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I put oak, and then aromatic cedar, oak, and then Purple Heart edges on it, and I routed them into it. I routed them into 3/4 inch plywood, and then had oak border around it. It actually turned out really nice.
Sounds great.
So, does anybody actually want to see some scrolling today?
How long you been on? You've been an hour and 10 minutes.
I've been on for an hour and 10 minutes.
No, we just missed seeing you, Joe.
What's that? What was
I
that?
said, no, we
Jameson?
just missed you, so we're just trying to catch up.
That's fine. I don't mind.
You do a
No,
scroll sawing show?
Oh
I,
Lord,
I've been known to dabble.
Yeah.
John asked me when I'm doing a live stream. Maybe never, buddy.
Maybe you got to do a live CNC show.
I'm not into the being behind, in front of the camera.
Well, I saw you. You were on Hobby Show, right? Right before you come
Yeah,
on mine.
earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I put into the group chat. Was anybody gonna do a live tonight? And as soon as I hit the send button, Hobby puts the link up to his show. I said, "Oh well, crap, okay." And then I saw you. You said you were coming on a little later, so I finished up over there. Come over here.
Yeah.
Well,
So what else is everybody up to? Jeez, I don't know.
Lawrence says, thought you would never ask. What do you mean?
Well, you got to go back up in the chat, though. I know he was saying that mostly he finds pine or laminate flooring. See,
Oh,
no, where is that? It's around here somewhere. I got this new flooring in my shop or in my house downstairs. This is it's not vinyl. It's like rubber. And the thing is that you can actually re-stick it back down. Like if you get a piece that wobbles or gets loose on you, you can actually peel it off and stick it back down because of the glue that's on the back side of it. It's made of recycled rubber. And you can actually see the grain on that, right? Like it looks like real wood.
It does.
The floor downstairs looks awesome, made out of it. Carrie wants me to do we got some extra strips of this, and she wants me to make a tree for her family tree wall downstairs.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do the tree, and then I'll scroll saw out, like the live edges and blah blah blah, everything on making branches and everything else. So I got to figure that out for Carrie. Then I'll stick it to the wall.
My brother-in-law was working for a flooring place local. He'd bring back some of the scrap pieces of engineer floors with oak veneer on the top, and then the MDF and stuff. And I've used it for scroll sawing. I've made some shelves, basic like medicine cabinet shelves in the bathroom, just odds and ends stuff.
Everybody starts talking about. I said I don't like being in front of the camera. Well, I'm in front of the camera now. Yeah, okay. Y'all are not seeing the point here. You're not hearing the point. I don't mind.
He likes being support group, right?
Support group. I'm not. I don't want to be the star of the show.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't. Star of the show is not me. I'll be the supporting cast.
Yeah, that's me too.
I'll take an Oscar for being a best supporting actor.
When I started on Charles' panel before that, my wife had suggested I go live on my Facebook page and do scroll sawing and stuff. And I haven't had time. I've taken over doing all these instead, and I'm also a backstage type of person.
Yeah. Well, I don't want anybody to see me make a mistake.
Yeah.
Make you drink.
Yeah, it's been a while since I did a scrolling consistently, because I go back and forth between the CNC and the scroll saw, but it's been a while. And I reminded myself of that the last scroll saw piece I did. When I finished that Hulk, I said, man, it's been a while since I scrolled. And I was using the spiral blades too, so that didn't help matters.
Yeah. See, and sometimes when you go to like building stores and stuff, you'll see clearance racks of their flooring and stuff. Now I actually picked up 2 boxes of this. Look at this awesome solid oak flooring.
Oh, that's great.
Right? So it's tongue and groove. It's pre-finished on the front, so that you basically just lay it down, it's ready to go.
Right.
Thing is, you can basically glue it together, and then scroll it out, and then put it on the backer.
Yeah.
If you want, you can actually put it through the planer to get rid of the back grooves on it. Put it through the planer, get rid of those. If you want, you can run it through this table saw, get rid of the tongue and groove on it. But or just like I said, just basically you're basically just laminating them together, and it's pre-finished, so you don't have to worry. Like the I've done a couple projects in this already, and it's really nice to cut. It's solid oak, so. Mac's a funny guy, eh?
Mac is a funny guy, ain't he? I just saw that comment. Oh my God.
Ross, when have you seen John scroll consistently?
That's like that reminds me of the old musical Grease, where the lady says if you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter, and everybody was thinking jockstrap. Oh Lord.
Well, the thing is that I'm more of an informational show than an actual scrolling show.
Right.
Oh, I enjoy it all. The help is appreciated, believe me, and the training and the learning that never stops.
John Nave
It's-
says, I didn't say this earlier, but getting good with someone at Home Depot or Lowe's. That's fact. But I got a guy at Windsor Plywood that I get on my Baltic birch from, and that's where I got my aromatic cedar as well. And I get some good deals there. I get good deals over at Jeff from his burl guy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Burls are so nice to cut too. I forgot to mention that. Burls are so nice to cut through. They cut so nice.
Yes, that old rose came out pretty good. The one you just did for Carrie.
Yeah. She liked it.
Yeah, but Home Depot and Lowe's, they don't have Baltic birch. They got birch, but they don't have Baltic birch.
Yeah, and they got that.
Baltic birch is a whole another animal because there's no voids in the Baltic birch, but what they have is crappy.
Now I did.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I went to this cabinet place that I'm talking about, and I got a 4x8 sheet of 1/4 inch birch. And I was asking the guy, is there going to be any voids in this? Because I also got two pieces of 5x5 Baltic birch, 1/2 inch thick, that is no voids in that. It's good stuff. And so I got the 4x8 sheet because I was going to make a Eiffel Tower out of it. I have the plans for that. And so I get home and throw it up on the sawhorses to start cutting it to size. And the top layer is a veneer, and it's like about 1/32 of an inch thick. It's really thin, so it splits. It frays up on the ends, and it kind of ticked me off. I said, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to use this for that. I don't know how I would scroll, but using the skill saw to go through and cutting it to size, it frayed up the ends big time. So I'm gonna have to come up with a different plan. I got it set up to do it with a 1/4 inch material. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I didn't know that dang thing was that thin of a veneer. Whew.
Well, I was at Home Depot and I picked up this. It's underlay, and it's a bamboo veneer, and it actually cuts real nice too. And the bamboo veneer face on it is actually pretty decent too.
Yeah, I got some. A buddy of mine gave me some underlayment or underlay, and it had cherry veneer on top, and there was another one that he gave me, but the back was MDF, so you had a solid back. Now, if you're doing a two-sided piece, yeah, that wouldn't work, but most of that's so thin that you would probably want to have a backer of a different sort anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
And it works good for that. But now I'm out of it.
Yeah, I noticed a lot. I have gotten 1/4 inch sheets from there before that were like cherry on top or maple or something like that, but they have an MDF core. and I don't like scrolling with
Yeah.
the MDF core stuff. I can't stand it.
Night, Mimi.
I can't
Good
never
night,
get
Mimi.
a good night, Mimi. I can never get a smooth cut on that at that MDF. It's always has fuzzy sticking out, no matter what I do.
Yeah.
I'll look into that, Larry. I appreciate the info.
Oh, you're talking like I have a masonite finishing saw that has, I think it's got 120 teeth on it.
I don't know. That might have a better option of cutting it then, because I was using the little 20-volt DeWalt saws, cordless, and it cuts good, but boy, it ripped into that stuff, and it frayed edges everywhere I cut. No smooth edge.
Wow. How high above your wood was your blade though? Because I know that like when I'm ripping wood, I basically one sawtooth above my wood, and
Yeah,
that way, and sometimes
I was
like
probably more than that. Yeah,
if I know I'm the wood's gonna chip on me, just run a piece of tape across it where your
yeah.
cut line is, and just cut it.
I
Then take the tape off.
I had forgot about that idea, but my blade was probably at least 3/4 inches depth, and
Yeah.
it was a 1/4 inch piece. They never thought about that.
Because I know that because of the way that the saw is shaped. This is a clock. It's not a good example.
Right.
because you're cutting forward
Mhm.
towards you like that.
Mhm.
You basically want just as little bit of a blade showing as possible, because that way because you're not ripping down into you're not ripping
Yeah.
into your wood to begin with.
Mhm.
That's what I was told on other sites anyway.
That's something to try.
Not only that, but then you got the safety aspect. You know, with the less tip of a blade sticking up, the less likely you are to get something
Kickback,
else.
stuff like that too.
Kickback, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I think of that, and sometimes it just doesn't cross my mind.
Right.
I don't know why it is, but I was in a hurry to get that cut because rain was coming, and I'm under the carport, and I don't want that stuff to get wet. So
Steve says if you use clear tape, it'll lubricate the blade as long as you tape
Get
it
out of
off.
here with the clear tape. It doesn't lubricate. It gums your blades up. I'm just telling
yeah,
you.
it really does. And I've heard a lot of people say that they put that for lubrication. No, it don't. Ah,
Just when I've
and I've
used
heard
it,
just
it's
as many
strictly to
say that
hold the
not
pattern
to.
down and don't do it.
Hey, Randy Busheen. Russ, put
Hello,
painter's tape on
Randy.
top of the plywood before you make your cut. Don't need it on the bottom because your teeth are cutting out. See? Helps a lot.
Yeah, well, I had already heard that, and I remembered seeing it a long time ago, but sometimes my mind doesn't think of those things when I'm in a hurry, and that's probably what happened. I should have done that.
So, for future reference, not just a pretty
Yes.
face. I also have some knowledge of other things.
You lost my respect when you pulled up that Canadian bacon.
Yeah, you know how long it took me to find that too. When did I cut this? I cut this in 2012.
Yeah, I
06,
think I remember seeing it before. Yeah.
06, 2012 is when I cut that Canadian bacon. That was hanging off my mirror because I cut it out of Aromatic cedar. It smelled so nice in my truck too. I just sand it down and you get the smell back again. Hey Donna, how's it going? Hey John, hey Sarge, hey Rusty.
Hey, hello.
Hey, Donna.
How you doing?
Oh, John. Kill me, buddy. You're killing me.
Always got to be one, at least.
Larry wants to know if I'm going to scroll. You guys want to watch these scroll?
Why not?
Sure.
You guys got to keep up with the chat, the questions, and comments, though.
Got you.
Oh,
There's
I don't,
19 people
I
watching.
don't even have entry holes drilled yet.
Okay, Charles.
There you go.
Well, no, because I was more concerned about getting the stuff ready for Blair that he asked me yesterday. It's funny because we were over on Jay's show, and he's like, "Hey, John, I got a question for you about scroll sawing." I'm like, "Jay, this is not the time to ask me a question about scroll sawing. We're on a turning show."
That's all right. We do the same thing over there too. We talk about scroll sawing. We talk about turning. We talk about all sorts of stuff.
You know, Jamie,
Not
we're gonna get all.
seeing though.
We're
No, because nobody knows anything about it. We're all a bunch of rednecks.
The only CNCers I know are you, Javi, Dave Gatton, and I just had his name on top of my head.
There's a bunch of us.
With the mustache.
Mark Lindsay.
Mark Lindsay, yes, Mark Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you knew what I was talking about with the mustache.
Yeah,
with the logo.
Mustache man, yeah.
Those are basically the four CNC guys that I know. I know there's more of you out there, but I do know that we're actually turning a lot of the turners to scroll sawing right now.
I like it. You know,
And,
you were talking about stack cutting and stuff. It reminded me of and so who was saying? Oh, Dennis was saying something about stack cutting and they're like the same. You know, the top and bottom the same thing. Looked like a CNC could have done it.
Yeah.
But if you cut one now and you cut one later, it won't be exactly the same because it wasn't cut at the same time. And it reminded me of a friend of mine when I was working. He's a real big shark tooth hunter. He likes to go to the beaches and find shark teeth and stuff, and he keeps them. And there's a big to-do about that around here. And he wanted me to make him. He saw something on Pinterest or something somewhere. I don't know where he saw it, but it was a shark inside of a big shark tooth, like a megalodon size shark tooth with inside cut up with water and a shark inside there. And he saw that and he wanted me to see if I could make that for him. Okay. He wanted two of them. And so I made the pattern up and I cut that thing for him. I stacked them, double stacked. And when I gave it to him, he absolutely loved it. But he said, "You did do this by hand, right? You didn't do this with that machine." I said, "Yeah, I cut that by hand, man." He didn't want it with the CNC because he said, "That's not woodworking." I said, "You're full of crap."
How did you do that?
Stack cutting. That's what I did. Yeah, I said, "Yeah, man, I cut it by hand."
It doesn't show up on the screen very good though.
It does
Josh
show
is over
up on the screen.
comment. So Josh says, "I know he's bad.
He's horrible."
If John puts clear tape on his little woody, will Carrie enjoy the lubrication?
Yeah. Oh man. You know he has to do that stuff here because he can't do it around his house. His wife will whip his butt with his little girls and stuff. He can't do that. He has to give it all to us.
But you know, Josh, if you put press
Here
the
we
seal
go.
on first, if you put press and seal on first, it won't stick.
That was a good one.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Mac,
See that? Now I got to
Don't
catch
keep
back
this
up with
going.
this cats now.
don't keep this going, Mac.
John, you got a character from Toy Story?
Yeah, it's Woody. Woody's the character from Toy Story. You gotta want. Have you guys seen Toy Story 4 yet? Jameson, you
Yeah.
probably have.
Yeah,
No,
I
not
have.
yet.
I have.
You
It's
kids
a
have
tearjerker.
kids?
No, we don't go out to movies. If it's not on TV or Netflix or something, we don't see
Well,
it.
you don't have Disney Channel yet? Are you serious?
No. I'm a cheap butt.
I got it,
I don't.
and I saw it. I saw it in the movies. Took our
I haven't seen
grandkids
it
to
yet.
it.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's
But
a tearjerker.
I want to do the I don't even know his name. He's a spork, isn't he? I want to do him.
Yeah.
I want to cut him out as a character.
Yeah, Forky.
His name's Forky.
I think so. Something like that. Yeah, the 4 is a tearjerker. That's going to be the last one of the Toy Story series.
Why?
Let's put it that way. I'm not going to give it away.
Ah,
It just ain't going to be. It won't be the same after this. Believe me.
Gary. You don't have Disney. No Disney for you, Woody. Oh my. I don't even know where my drill bit is. That's how bad I am. I'm not even organized.
Oh well, whatever. We don't need no scrolling. We don't need no stinking scrolling.
Well, if you're not going to scroll, I guess I'll go to Jay's. I'm just kidding. I'll hang out here tonight.
Well, that's the end of the night, folks. Thank you for coming. Shut up. Oh, he's getting mouthy.
Forky. Forky. What a funny name.
I think it is.
Oh,
Forky.
Squiddo, what do you got on your head tonight?
He's got a do-rag.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you'd think it is, but it's really a neck gaiter. I got it from Makers Media Network.
Yeah.
And but I just pulled it over the back and used it for a do-rag.
Well,
Except
you
when
need to
it's
pull the front down a little bit.
nah.
Just
If I
a
pull
little
it down
bit.
too far, it covered up the eyes and the face, so you don't see my ugly face. It's all right. I know
It's
I
all
don't
right.
look
I found
65
my
years
drill
old.
bit.
God dang it.
321. You know, Donna, we're talking with
Wow.
Mark. We're talking with Mark Bash. What's Mark's last name?
Gardner?
No. Basher. Right. So Mark the Gentleman Turner. So
Yeah.
it was 3:00 in the morning his time there. He's like, oh, I gotta get some sleep. I'm like, why are you even on? Why are you even on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on. He was on Jay's show last night. So
Yeah.
Broke a blade, take a drink.
It's distracting me, guys.
Last one you had that size, too.
No, Larry said fire trucky. That just threw me right off. My name's Fire Trucky. This one looks broken too. The tink. I don't know what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's a little different than when Charles breaks the scroll saw blade, right?
Yeah.
What Steve says. The tink.
No, I don't have one of those fancy Seiko drills, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you know what I should use my fancy new Dremel.
Is it a cordless?
I was looking at the cordless Dremel. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't have enough. It doesn't have as much power as the one that Shay got me. And because I got the 4300, so it was. Yeah, it's the Dremel 4300 with the long handle on it. That the cordless one doesn't have as much power. It doesn't have as much RPM on it. And because I was looking at that, going, oh, I can get that and this other fancy set and blah 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 and everything else. I'm like, nah, because it was about the same price.
Have you used
But
it yet?
yeah, I used it for sanding the other day.
Mm.
The batteries don't last that long on it, and the batteries are expensive. And it takes like 4 hours to charge a battery. Like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, I've got the old 400, and I really need to update it. Go get me another one.
Yeah, this 4300 is really nice. So let's go to scrolling. Yeah, I got some cheap little friggin'. This one's rock. A rock rotary tool. I think this one was who sells rock? I got it at Home Hardware. Yeah, I got it at Home Hardware. So it's a Canadian brand. It might be an American brand though. I'm not sure.
I've not heard of it, but that don't mean nothing.
But it's burnt out on me in like an hour and a half. Master Crap, those things burn out too quick too.
Yeah.
Canadians know what those are.
Steve said he just got notification on his phone that you're going to go live. I guess he doesn't get notification unless you're scrolling. So.
Well, actually, I emailed you the link.
Mm.
But let's go back to this candlestick holder. So, as you guys can see, I did the base the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's in 2 cross pieces. Fancy cross pieces, half lap joint.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the base for it when I'm done.
Good night, Josh.
All right, Josh.
It fits right into there, the fancy little base.
That's cool, man. That's sweet.
And then I got to do these 2 uprights for it as well. Still, so these are the uprights for it, and they're half lap. Wait, there you go. That way. So they'll be half lap slot as well. They'll fit on top of there. This top piece right there.
Yes.
Joins the 4
top. Going to do with that.
It joins the 4 top pieces together in a crossways, and then I will do a compound cut for the actual candle holder itself in the top of it. And I was only going to do the one, but this was a 3-piece set, a 3-piece candlestick set. I think I will do the other 2 pieces as well. Just to make it look nice and all. So I got some holes drilled in this one, and I did use my press and seal secret on here too, so you guys know that.
Is that a pattern that you made yourself, or you?
No, I got this. I got this out of I got it out of a Scroll Saw magazine.
Okay.
Dated back in '74, I think it was.
Oh, that's a good year, man. That's the year I come out of high school.
And like I got a bunch of patterns still somewhere.
Max says do all 3 pieces. He'd love to see them.
Yeah, well, the only reason I'm doing this is because Mac asked me to do a live last week, and I didn't know what I was going to cut. Is anybody going to do a live? Oh, I need somebody to do a live. Sure, Mac. Fine, I'll do a live for you. That'll make you happy.
Yeah.
And he was late. He didn't even show up early. Wasn't even on time.
Oh, Mac, I know the feeling. I've done that to him on occasion myself.
Freaking guys.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Well, if you want to, if you really want to see all 3, just go take a look at the thumbnail. It's on there. Mac.
Hey, everybody. Yeah. Apparently, that was the email notification, not the YouTube notification. Yeah. Thanks, brother.
Well, no, I seen it. You were in the chat there. I'm like, I should send him a link because he's not in any chats.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Hi, Larry. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Jay said, how's it hanging? You're trying to suck him over to the Turning Show?
Hi, Jay. I thought, didn't Blair leave to go on your live stream?
No, Blair left to go. He left to go on to Jay's live stream.
Yeah, Jay's
in the chat. Jay's in the chat.
Yeah.
No, he's not. I don't, where?
Hey,
Where's Jay at the chat?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
there.
wood and things. You.
How's it hanging?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, what are you doing over here? You should be over in your own show, buddy.
Mac Pierce is trying to start something up for you, Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. He says, Steve,
That only works on Charles's show.
there's 18 people watching. I actually threw it in the chat a couple of times earlier. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that.
me too.
Oh, hey, you guys want an update on my blades that I ordered on December 22nd?
Yeah.
yeah.
They're in China.
Oh, God. I
Blair's
hate
back.
American Postal.
Oh,
I hate the American Postal Service. Is all I gotta say, Russ.
it's all right, brother. I don't work for him anymore. I'm retired now.
They usually work pretty good over here.
They're good for me. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I ordered these on December 22nd.
Well, here's where
And-
the problem lies. At the American
over
Postal
the holidays.
Service. Now, see, it's the handoff to the Canadian Postal Service.
Yeah. I think
Well,
that's it.
That's where the
Yeah,
problem lies.
I don't know. Just follow this for a second. So Newcastle, Delaware, right?
Yeah.
DE is Delaware, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Newcastle, Delaware picked up December 22nd, and then it went to through UPS. Went to Trenton, New Jersey, December 23rd.
UPS.
UPS, and then
That's
from
good.
there,
That big
from
ugly
there
brown truck.
it went
Okay.
it went to New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey. From there, it went to Jamaica, New York,
Yeah.
and from Jamaica, New York, it went to New York, New York. So between the 22nd and 24th, it went from Delaware to New York at 3 different places, and it sat in New York. It sat in New York for 8 days. Then it went to
But you
customs
said,
clearance.
wait a minute. You're saying UPS, not
Yeah.
USPS.
Yeah. 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 There's your problem right there. UPS is,
Yes.
It what? That's not what you said. You said
That's-
UPS.
you did. You said UPS.
Okay, USPS, whatever that
Okay.
is.
Let's
United
see.
States Postal Service.
There you go. So then it sat in New York at the International Dispatch since the 24th of December. Went to
Mhm.
Canada Customs on the 3rd, cleared Customs on the 7th, and now it's in Toronto. So it went from New York to Toronto in 1 day, but yet it went from Delaware to New York in 4 days.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So technically, I should have it tomorrow if it's in Toronto right now.
Well, happy day.
I hope
Yeah.
so for you.
Just saying.
And Russ, just for the record, I was trying, brother.
I know you were. I was hoping. Hey, yeah, I got somebody on my side. All right.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned that big ugly brown, I said, "There's your problem right there."
Yes, sir.
I tried that too, but I got stepped
Yeah,
To
so
be
it said
quite
US
honest- Go ahead.
So it said USPS, United.
United
Service.
States Postal Service.
Yes.
Yeah, to be quite honest, Chuck sent me a package, and it got here a day early with the USPS. Just
Right on.
Was it a big package? We all know.
Oh,
We all know the
nice.
answer. That was a no.
I can go back.
It was bigger than a bread box.
Oh.
I think Donna has less use of the UPS place than most folks. Useless postal service. UPS said they sent a package. UPS did to the Ukraine instead of the UK from the US.
Oh. Well, maybe they had a dispatch hub out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A pretty good little jump away.
Well, see, Donna, the problem is it had a U in it, so the Americans didn't know how to spell it properly. Color,
Oh.
neighbor.
They both start with UK, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying.
No, yeah. KR.
They just flipped a coin, man. That's all they did. Flipped a coin. It must have been Ukraine they were talking about. Shoop, there it goes.
Yeah, Ukraine.
That's all right. I don't. I don't care about the UPS. They can mess up all they want.
Yeah. Ever since Dale Jarrett quit driving for him, it ain't the same.
Yeah. Well, let's do a little scrolling, man.
Trying to. Guess keep distracting me.
Scroll on. That's what I say.
So you're the producer tonight there, Russ?
Behind the scenes, buddy. That's where I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Taking Herb's spot on John's show.
I've got Herb out there in the chat, huh? Or has he left?
No, he didn't say goodbye.
Well, then he ought to be out there.
I
Come
don't know
on
if he's
in,
still
buddy.
Lurking.
Come on in. The water's fine. It don't matter if your wife's there. Mine's here. I just turn my head every now and then. Take a look.
Hot
Not yet.
dog.
Not yet.
I was going to paint the other side of this darn sign, but it's too cold in here.
I hear that. Max says, "Oh God, please don't let Russ get comfortable." That's all right, Mac. You ain't gonna smell it if I get real comfortable.
And hopefully we don't see it.
You won't.
No, still here. Wife is being a pain.
I know the feeling, but
Yeah.
We know your pain, Herb.
I sincerely want to see that shoe fly, man. Come on. I missed it. One opportunity. It ain't never happened again.
Yeah, because then we'd be able to smell John's Canadian bacon if it was
Oh, oh. Got a bad taste in my mouth when you said that.
You're welcome,
It's just
John.
him.
It's ham. You know, when you have to go as far as Googling it, and it tells you that they come from two different parts of the pig.
Well,
My
yeah,
God,
but
they're not the same.
that's like saying steak is steak. You can't say steak is steak. It depends on where it comes from.
Yep, that's true.
Well,
I have found. I used to say that.
Porterhouse steak. There's a ribeye steak.
I used to love T-bones,
Angus.
Yeah.
and after I tasted that fillet, I said, "Ooh, I like that filet mignon now." Different part of the cow.
Well, it also depends on the cow too, like that Wagyu beef too, right?
Filet mignon wrapped in bacon
But not Canadian bacon.
and topped with Canadian bacon.
Oh, here's one for you guys to Google. Google snow beef.
Snow beef.
I'm on it.
Snow beef.
I've never heard of it.
All right, so on this
brand.
show, Russ is Herb and Steve is John.
Oh, and I'm Charles.
Yeah.
Who are
See,
you?
you're the-
Are you Shay? Show us your dimples. Show us your dimples.
You can't see my dimples. I'm sitting on them.
You're lucky she's not here right now.
All right, I googled snow beef.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me too.
And what comes up?
Wow.
Japanese black
It's-
wagyu.
No,
Wow,
no.
I don't know how you pronounce that. Cattle is raised at this lake farm, and it's a private reserve, and it's gets very cold, and the climate is what creates the unique meat quality and allows the beef to become as delicate as a snowflake. Thus, the
Yeah.
name snow beef.
So what he did was he took some Holstein. So he has some extra Holstein cows at his dairy, and he crossbred them with Wagyu,
Yeah.
the Japanese
Yeah.
cattle, right? But because they're made they're bred in Saskatchewan, and there's also a farm in just outside Edmonton. They're calling it snow beef because of the fat content in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it actually looks like it's marbleized pretty good.
Yeah, apparently it's just like butter.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
It looks like it ought to be. You run that through a grinder. Run that through a grinder. Put some cheese on it.
Oh, hang on now. Hold on now. This place here says their luxury 5-ounce snow beef cuts are served with roasted garlic, pearl onions, and baby rainbow carrots for $110.
Yep.
For how many ounces?
5 ounces.
5 ounces.
Good Lord. That's what I
And
figured.
if it's like a snowflake, it's that tender. That's a high dollar price for that stuff, buddy.
Yep. But it's still
Get
cheaper
that.
than actual real Wagyu beef, though.
Yeah,
That beer-fed cattle's from Japan.
I never heard of it.
Sorry.
I'm glad to know it. See, now you learned an old man something. Thank you. Herb said F that. What'd that mean, Herb? You know this old Cajun here, you don't understand that you got to say the word outright.
So Cajun, where are you from?
I'm not Cajun. I just I'm close to him.
Oh. I was
But
going to say, I was down in Cajun country last weekend.
I heard you say that. Where'd you go?
Gaydon.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I remember hearing you say that. Yeah. I've heard that name
Donna.
before.
You actually want Donna? You want to look up Press and Seal?
Not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Yeah, cling wrap doesn't work.
No, it don't.
It just wads up in your hand. Every time you move, it just sticks to it because it.
Yeah, I can't stand that stuff. That press and seal works real good.
Yeah, it works good for covering up your food too.
Yeah, it does.
But not your bacon. Bacon don't last long enough. Bacon don't last long enough to get covered up.
No, you can leave that right out.
Yeah, usually that mine doesn't stay in the refrigerator long enough. We'll
I don't think mine's ever made it to the fridge.
Ours hits the freezer only if we're stocking up.
Yeah, we just bought a while back. We just bought a little small chest freezer, and back when the pandemic was good and you couldn't find any meat, bread, milk, or anything on the shelves, no toilet paper, nothing. And so when she found some, we bought that little thing. It was hard to find, believe me. It's a little 3 cubic foot. It's a small one. And but we got that and we filled that thing up, and it was a nice thing to have. And we put bacon in there. She puts everything. She sorts it all out and throws it in there, and it's good to go, boy.
Yeah, my wife did that too. She put gallon jugs of milk in there and bread, loaves of bread. Just had to remember to take it out a day or so before you wanted to use it.
Yeah.
Hey, Blair, how come you're back? And we saw Jay in here too. Is Jay not on anymore?
No, it's like 120 degrees in his shed.
Oh, wow.
And so, it was better that he did that and he stopped.
Yeah. He's had some of the episodes where he's gotten almost fallen on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, his 120 degrees is right hot, though. He's got the humidity, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so here's a question for you, John.
Okay.
Have you ever made candy out of bacon?
Candied bacon, yes. And chocolate-covered bacon, yes.
Yes.
And Carrie one year made me a birthday cake, and it was in the shape of a turtle, and it was confetti cake with bacon bits in it, and then she put green icing on it. I'm pretty sure it was cream cheese icing, and then for the back of the shell, and to make the stripes from the shell and stuff. She candied bacon and then cut him up to make the shell and a little smile on his face and everything else. And then
God.
I also had and then I had a cup of candied bacon beside that. And then I know my boss came back from Vegas. He brought me some jerky, bacon jerky, which was really awesome.
Oh,
And then
sounds good.
some bacon flavored saltwater taffy.
Yeah.
Have you ever had bacon soda?
I have 3 different varieties downstairs. If you guys ask me beforehand, you want me to do a live, I'll take you on a tour of my bacon basement.
I made bacon flavored ice cream one time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was pretty freaking good. Yes, sir. Tina says it was maple bacon ice cream.
Hey, John.
Henry's in the chat.
Shay
What's
said it took
Shannon
20
just
minutes.
said, there you go.
Figure out why her saw was rattling, and it was my old Ryobi behind my saw rattling.
You fed your wood in wrong, girl.
Hi, Shay.
I actually remember one time I'm like, okay, people, my saw's broken. I don't know what's going on with it. And I took a video with sound, with audio and everything else. And turns out, I'll show you exactly what the problem was. Turns out it was making this god awful sound. I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why it's doing this. I shut it off and blew it out and everything else. This is the sound it was making. Right, and my air blower was hitting my
Wood.
attention, but I couldn't see it because my magnifying glass was in the way. I'm like, I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know what's going on with it. It's always the simple things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that wonderful handle you got up there.
Yeah, I gotta fix that
Again and again and again, like we all do.
Just go get the Pegasus, man.
That's what I told him.
What? No.
It actually got more tightening on it than yours does.
That's all right, John. With my Craftsman, when I first got it, I had to build a block to put underneath of the bottom clamp so that I could keep it from swinging while I was sticking the blade in. I don't know how many times I forget that sucker was in there, and all of a sudden it just started pumping. Then I'd look down and say, oh, crap, I left that block in there again.
Oh, to keep your arm up?
Keep the
No.
arm up.
On the Craftsman, it's got just a pinhole just in the table to get your blade through. It's just a real small hole. And on the bottom, you got to use that Allen key to tighten up the blade clamp. Well, that blade clamp just flops around. So I took a block and put a wedge on the end of it and stuck it in there so I could hold my bottom clamp straight. Then I'll stick my blade in there, use my other hand to use the Allen wrench to tighten it up. And I'll take the wrench off to go tighten the top, but I'll forget to take the block out. And I'll start the motor and just pump her.
Hey, Shay, what you doing, girl? Do you want to come in and join us? We're not doing nothing here.
We're talking bacon.
Unless you're all shopped out. Oh, I had a busy day shopping for Nerf guns.
I had to sit there and read Donna's message a couple times. I thought Joker was in the house. I forgot it. She was actually talking to Shay the other midnight.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Midnight Joker. She said she saw him. First time this week. Herb said hi to Shay.
What, you weren't sawing last night? You could have sawed last night. There was nothing going on, just some churning show.
Yeah.
Hanging out with them turners when you could have been scrolling. Jeez. Wait, I was hanging out with turners when I should have been scrolling too. Thanks, Blair.
Yeah, blame me. I was actually watching you guys as I was driving home. Well, I shouldn't say I was watching you guys. I was listening to you guys.
She said I was tried to saw.
Yeah, Shay, I was trying to promote your live on Friday night there for the newbies. Oh, and if you go over to Midnight Scroll Her's page, she's got a contest on there to win one of her cuttings. So go over to Midnight Scroll Her's page and do the whole list of things she's asking you for. There's like 12 things you got to do.
She says, right, this week was hell.
Go over to Shay's page, though, and go check it out. And you can win one of her things that she's cutting. But when it comes down to, like there's one section, I think it's like item number 11. It says send a nude pic. Speedos are okay. So Blair, you can just send us a picture of a Speedo.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you guys to see me in my Speedo.
They says it's 4.
It's 12. I added more to it on my page.
Be right back.
Oh, yeah. Max says, coming from a woman who eats bacon cheeseburgers in the tub, that's saying something.
Yeah, I still don't think she was in the tub. That
Yeah,
picture could be taken anywhere.
Right. We ain't got no other proof. She didn't show the tub.
She could have put it in the tub, had the tub just right. She just wasn't in the tub. That's all it was.
Yeah, tub
You
was
can't
empty.
prove it if it don't show you in the tub with it. Then it didn't happen.
That's what I told her. Picture didn't happen.
Picture it didn't happen. But we prefer videos, but pics will do. I can't believe I said that.
It's like that one time we were on a chat with Kim Tippin, and Kim, she's an awesome woodworker, and she's like, "Yeah, guys, I'm gonna go take a shower now." We're like, "What? And she took the phone into the shower, had it sitting up on the edge, and we're like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "You guys can't." Like, she was talking to us the whole time. We're like, "What are you doing, Kim? That's unbelievable."
Laugh out loud, Shay says, laugh out loud, fishing for pictures, for pics.
Yeah.
A picture tells 1,000 words. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
It says, Russ. Herb, you still having a fun time on the homestead?
She'll go to sleep sometime tonight, Herb. Then you can come out and play.
Yeah, about time the rest of us all go to bed.
Yeah.
John, you got to work in the morning?
Yep.
Ha ha. I don't.
Me neither.
Which is good because it'd probably be just a sloppy mess.
Can't wait till I'm old and retired. Get to sit around watching YouTube videos all day.
Talk
It's a
Amen,
great
brother.
life, buddy. It's a great life. Don't knock it.
That's right. God bless you, Russ.
Yes, sir. I look forward to it for years.
Herb said yes, meaning it must be better on the home front. Homestead. I hope.
No, I think I told him. That's when I told him he could come out when she goes to bed,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and he don't have to work tomorrow either.
I worked hard to sit around all day and do nothing.
Mm-hmm. My wife doesn't understand that.
Yeah, it's because she has to put up with you now, though. she
For
she wants
sure.
you to go back. She wants you to go back to work so she can sleep in the daytime now.
She does that anyway, but yeah, that's true. She's not used to putting up with me and don't want to.
Teresa's not behind you, is she?
My dog.
No, she's crafting right now. She's in the middle of making some crafts. She doesn't stop.
There you are, Shay.
I'm like, let me in.
Well,
I
I didn't
defend myself right now.
I didn't hear a beep.
And I just come out of the chat room and didn't see the private chat. So you
Okay.
just popped.
What do you want? What do you're here to defend yourself? You said.
Yeah, I have to make sure that I'm live so I can defend myself.
Oh, okay.
David says he's bored already and only been retired a week.
Oh.
I'm sorry, David.
So Shay, tell us about your challenge or what you got going on.
Tell us about your giveaway, and then tell us about your live show.
So my live show is gonna be Friday, and I'm just gonna go over different blades, and like I've tried so many different types of blades, and so I figured the newbies might like that because John helped me get to spirals, which I can't live without my spirals, but just the difference with a Ryobi and like a Delta saw, and pinhead and straight blades and spiral blades, and because I use both of them, so I'm gonna go through that, and it'll be kind of short, but it won't be like a live panel. I'm just gonna kind of go through that, and then my Midnight Scroller page, I'm doing a giveaway. You would pick from 3 designs that are pre-made. I'm not doing custom portraits for this one. So
What?
3 designs that are pre-made, but you're going to pick which design you want me to scroll live on my page. And so I'm going to scroll it live and then obviously ship it to whoever wins. You're supposed to like and share one of my posts on your personal page, and then comment done on that post when you're done, and tag Midnight Scroller obviously on the post. But that's it. And then you can win a portrait. And I'm going to saw it live.
And that's all on your YouTube, right?
So it will be on my YouTube page and the contest is actually running on my Facebook Midnight Scroller page.
Gotcha.
Yes. So
that means Steve can't enter because Steve's not on Facebook.
I can
I'm sucking.
scroll.
Well, come on, Steve. Get up with the times.
Thanks, fellas.
Not that you guys want to win one because you can scroll your own. But I thought it might be kind of fun. So why am I still the only one on here?
Well, because you were explaining your thing to me, and I just got a message. I had to answer my message.
And the rest of us are going to your page again.
So I thought it'd be fun. It'd be a fun thing to do. gives me an excuse to scroll live and something fun for somebody to win. And it builds my page because I haven't built my Facebook page yet. So I'm actually sawing though, so I'm gonna mute myself but I'll be here listening.
So what are you working on now?
And myself.
I'm sawing too. No, I took her off. She can't show you what she's working on.
Okay.
She's working on. You're working. So you're still doing that elephant, right?
Yeah, I only spent like 20 minutes on the thing this whole week because work has been absolutely crazy. So I'm working on my elephant. I want to get it done by tomorrow because I got 4 orders to do this weekend.
Yeah, 20 minutes on it. She's half done.
I'm not half done. I got a ways to go.
20 minutes on it, and she's half done. That's all I gotta say. There. So go over to Shay's page.
Good Lord.
And she considers herself a newbie still, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a newbie. She considers herself a newbie still.
I've only been signed not even 5 months all the way.
Yeah, but I've been doing it for 5 years and I've yet to do a portrait.
They're fun.
They are fun. I like doing them. That's one of the most fun things that I like to do with the scroll saw. I agree with her.
Yeah.
I still got to print out and do those patterns I got from Charles.
I'm actually doing a Charles right now.
Yes, I've only been scrolling for 5 months. I'm working on Charles Deering patterns.
Yeah.
I've only done one other one of Charles.
Yeah, the Iwo Jima.
Yeah.
And that Jim
When you doing the marble? When you doing the marble?
Well, actually, I got the plexiglass. I need to build the table. I'm really tired of holding these pieces, and I want to do that one really big because I want to fit it in like a frame like my bear.
Way to go, Blair.
I know.
Yeah.
I was checking out her page and never mind.
He pulled a Cade. Cade in the Shay.
Okay, so Blair.
Yes, sir.
Now that I finished cutting this, just give me a sec. I'll show you. I'll peel this off. I got 4 more holes to drill here. What? Oh, it's a broken bit. Give me 1 second here. I'll show you when you're finished cutting a pattern that you just peel the pattern right off.
Comes off lickety split and it's good to go.
Yeah, Max says, "Do we drink for broken bits too?" I said, "Yeah."
No, it was already broken.
Yeah. You had to drink earlier when he broke it. I did, but
I drank anyway.
Patterns finished being cut. Okay. So now, since I used my press and seal on here, just find it's a round pattern now. and it just peels right off.
No sticky.
So, John, if you wanted to save that pattern, where would you put it? Just like stick
Why would
it
you save the
on.
pattern? Why would you save your pattern?
The
Print a
pattern's
new one.
useless once you cut it.
Yeah. So you see, it basically peels off in one whole piece, right? So you're not peeling off little bits of tape and everything else, and then that's done.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
And then
Max
when
said,
I go
"Oh
to put
man,
this
I
on
missed it."
here,
Max
It'll
said,
line.
"Put it back on and take it off again."
okay. So just to show you that I can, right?
He's not lying.
Now it is not lined up exactly, but you know you get the concept that you can still stick it back on, and then you just peel it back off again.
That's cool, man.
Now you don't need it's easier just to print off a new pattern anyway.
Okay.
So there's my base and there's my bottom. Boop boop boop. See, bottom and base.
That's cool, man.
Now I'll finish the rest later, not today.
So why do you have painter's tape on your saw?
Down
Sorry
there,
about that, Mac.
I have painter's tape on my table because I was basically making a zero clearance insert because when I was cutting small letters, I was cutting half-inch high letters. For example, so this is just as an example. So I would cut these letters out, right? And these letters are only, these letters are small. These letters are only 1/4 inch high, right? So if I was to cut these out to put them onto a sign or whatever, then I need a zero clearance. So basically, I just cover my hole with tape so they don't fall down through the hole.
Gotcha.
That's the only reason I had the tape on there. Oh, don't look. All right. So, does anybody want to know anything else?
No, we're just waiting on you to finish the other 3 pieces.
I'm not going to finish them right now. I'm not going to finish them right now.
That's pretty much it at this point.
And if anybody ever asks, the important answer is 42.
That's right. 42.
And don't forget your towel. And if you don't know what the reference is to, you better look it up. Google it.
So long and thanks for the fish.
What's that?
So long and thanks for all the fish.
Yes. Did we drink with broken bits too? No, that was a long time ago. Oh man, I missed it. Let's go back to the video. I thought about missing the drink, but thanks for making John do that over. You guys are funny. All right, so Larry, why did they take the Teletubbies off TV? They took the Teletubbies off TV because at the time in everybody's life, it was before gay appreciation actually came out and was a big thing. So because the Teletubbies were actually gay, that nobody actually knew it, they tried to make it mainstream, but before anybody became familiar with the whole concept of accepting gays into their lives, they took it off the air.
I'm sorry, they were just.
Any other questions? Any other questions pertaining to anything else? If not, thanks for being on our panel, everybody.
Hurry up, think of a question so he don't go. Make us stay up
So,
later.
Jay, I see you're wearing scrubs. Are you a nurse or something like that?
Is she froze?
No.
No,
She's not
she's
paying
No.
cutting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's
Oh.
muted though
Oh, you guys
too.
talking about Shay?
Yeah.
No, Shay is a she deals with paperwork in a hospital area.
Yes, we're talking about you, Shay.
Ask again.
I was like, oh no, what did I miss?
I was wondering, you're wearing scrubs, and I was wondering if you were a nurse or a dental hygienist or something like that.
So I am a operational manager for a wellness clinic, chiropractic. So I basically run the whole office, including all the medical billing and stuff. I still see patients if they need me to back up. I used to do all the x-rays and exams and stuff. Now I basically just help when needed if they need me, but make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be and doing what they're supposed to do. And I do all the revenue.
Good night,
So
Jason.
I wear scrubs just in case I have to go in and help a patient. But now I'm kind of more manager part than anything.
It's the best place to be.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. I was a massage therapist for 9 years, and I really liked it, but it killed me. So now it's kind of nice to not have to do all of the work, but all the billing and everything, and making sure everything goes smoothly, and all the patients are happy, and it's a lot of work.
Both Dave and Donna have pretty much the same question. They want to know the Thunderball or the lotto numbers. Those I don't have because gambling is the devil's playground. Just saying.
You don't gamble at all?
No, I don't even do scratch tickets.
Really? I don't gamble, which I really want to win a lotto, but I don't play it. But I like to do scratch tickets, and I like to do the bingo one because it takes a really long time. And then I feel like I got my money's worth because it took me longer to get it done.
It took you longer to lose.
I used to do
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I used to do the crossword and bingo. That's only because Carrie used to buy them, and she wanted to cash them all the time. I actually have tickets for it was a $1 scratch ticket. It was a bacon lotto, whatever, and I didn't scratch them. They're still sitting inside. They're expired now, and I didn't scratch them because they got these cool little bacon logos on the front of them. I don't want to scratch them off.
What if they're not worth money?
Well, the maximum payout was only $500. I'm not worried about it.
Well, take a picture and then scratch it.
No.
You could be sitting on $500. You know how much wood you could buy with that?
Yeah, but do you know how much that ticket could be worth like 10 years down the road to some bacon collector? An unscratched, mint condition
Bacon collector.
ticket.
My God, there you go.
It could be worth $10,000. Why would I waste waste $1 scratching it, not win $1 back when I can get it for $10,000 later down the road?
I didn't
Say
realize.
it.
How many bacon collectors
Good night, Larry.
are there really?
Yeah, I didn't
I
even
don't
realize there was a market for that. Bacon collectors.
I mean, I love my bacon.
Hey, there's a lot of us.
But
There's a lot.
scratch the ticket.
There are people that collect everything.
Yes.
I happen to be a person that collects a lot of different things.
That's called a hoarder.
So, no, I'm not a hoarder because it's organized. It's
Good work, buddy.
organized. I'm not hoarding it. I'm not keeping it away from other people. People can come in and look at it. It's a nice collection to look at. It's like going to a museum. You can look at it, but don't touch it.
It is very nice. I've seen your collection. Not even all of it. But scratch the bacon.
She saw my bedroom.
Whatever. No, you didn't.
That should be a sign off.
Yeah, you saw my tiger.
Scratch the bacon.
You saw my tiger.
thought you
You saw my tiger bedroom.
What?
Yeah, because I showed you the Peter Pan living room
Oh yeah.
and the turtle room, the
Yeah.
Care Bear and sheep craft room, the tiger bedroom, and then downstairs is
Oh,
bacon
yep.
and turtles and my German room and then the bear room.
You have a
Oh,
German?
yeah, speaking of Care Bears, they got them in Walmart again.
They're not. They got to be the original ones though. The new ones are fake. They're like they don't even look real.
Yeah, I know. Says limited edition.
So where's your bacon room, John?
It's down in the basement.
Because I'm really curious. I happen to have a hookup on bacon stuff, and so you might end up getting some if I don't see it.
All right, fine. I'll tell you what. I'm going to put myself on another window here. And I'll go in and show you my basement.
Yay! Okay, I'm gonna mute myself so I can scroll while you get to your basement.
Okay.
Sorry, Love Angel. Yeah, bacon. You can never have enough bacon.
That's for sure.
Have you seen those memes that's got a 10-mile high bacon sandwich with a little bit of cheese on top? Jeez.
Every time I see one of those, I think of John.
Yeah, I do now.
Hi, John's iPhone.
Okay. Let's go inside. Let's go for a walk. I'll turn you guys around. Guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't see you.
Wait,
There we
There you
go.
go. Going out to the frozen tundra that is Canada.
Does Carrie know you're coming?
Question is, does Carrie know we're coming?
Yeah.
You better knock first.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we're frozen. We're frozen. There we go.
We're getting the slideshow version.
Okay, so this is gonna be Carrie's family tree wall that I gotta do up for her. Right there. And this is where she's doing all her ancestry stuff. Why it's a mess right now.
Hey,
Oh,
John.
let's go.
I like
Yeah.
that right there now. Oh, Sandra Bullock.
John, I forgot to tell you, my wife is a professional.
John.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, look at that.
Oh my. Oh my.
How did you get those?
He's a fan.
Stalker fan.
Stalker. Super fan.
We're frozen again.
Donna says no T-bone steak or sirloin steak or rump steak.
She can't have a lot of food. No bacon too.
Yeah.
Man, that's a shame.
Hey, look, I see John in two places.
Yep. Looks like we're back.
I don't know why I cut out.
Yeah, you put us in the corner.
Literally.
Yeah.
Hey, John, can you hear me?
Yep.
I was going to tell you, if your wife ever needs some assistance with the genealogy stuff, my wife is a professional, and so she can help.
Oh yeah, like Carrie's been doing it years. Okay, so Dairy Queen, Dennis the Menace, pigs, and bacon.
No kidding.
John, make your drink big.
Bacon.
You can't. He's
Yeah,
on
Bacon.
the permissions are on this other screen.
Bacon. See, then I got baking soda with chocolate, baking soda with maple syrup,
Wow.
chocolate covered baking soda.
Y'all thought he was kidding about having a bacon fetish.
Yeah.
Bacon
I just didn't
sauce,
expect it to be
bacon
all laid
haircut,
out like a sign.
bacon cozy. Oh, here we go. Bacon frosting, bacon bandages, bacon candy, bacon chocolate, bacon candy canes. Well, they're basically all collections already. And then Dr. Seuss. And then Turtles. Heroes TV show.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Turtles. And this is my German.
Where's
this is my
Dennis?
German den. This is everything we got. Dennis the Menace is over there. Way over there. So in my German room, this is basically everything that my parents acquired when we were in Germany, basically. This used to be mine. That was my Volksmarch hat we used to wear on little. And yes, I had a little set of lederhosen too. German Steins. German stuff. Anniversary clocks, Germany. Beer Steins, woodwork stuff, and my cuckoo clock collection.
Oh Lord.
Wow, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I still got to build. I still have to build this one. That one's all wood. And then here's my Dennis the Menace stuff here. Dennis the Menace stuff.
Okay, now I
And then
know why
comics.
you didn't scratch your bacon.
Oh yeah, I'll show that to you too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Get the snow.
Yeah, honestly, that's
So
about how much
I
snow we
have
got.
a woodworking question.
What? What's your question, Shay?
Oh. I was like, wait a minute. So I have a sliver in my thumb, and it's been there for like a week and a half, and I can't actually get it out. Do I just cut it open? What do you guys do?
Okay, do you
You
not
can't
work?
pick it out
Do you
with
not
a
work in a
with
medical office?
Yeah.
a little stick pin. Dig it out.
It's like in there.
That's what we
I
what
thought
we
my
always
body would
done.
just naturally push it back out,
Yeah, straight
but
pin
it's
and
like
a
turning into a
lighter.
rock.
Just take a straight pin and burn the tip of it and go to digging.
Yeah.
You get it
But
right out.
before you do that, put some ice on your thumb first to numb it, and then you can just dig right into it with a straight pin.
Also, Shay, something that's kind of good to do too is keep your thumb in water for a little while, so it kind of gets a little pruny,
It'll soften
and then it loosens all the skin up, and then you can peel it out.
Okay.
Or just take a syringe without the needle on it and just suck it out.
Yeah, and actually, John's spot on. An IV needle, if you can lay your hands on one, work awesome for
Or
digging out splinters like that.
If you want to know a really old wives' tale, a really old wives' tale, just take a piece of duct tape and stick it on there, and it'll actually draw it out.
Works for warts.
Works for warts. Is that what you said?
It does.
It works for warts.
If you have a wart on your foot or something like that, or whatever, you just a little square or whatever, and keep it on there as long as you can.
Yeah. That's got a chisel tip on it, right? That's a regular IV needle, right?
Oh, she pushed the button.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Whoopsie.
No, give me a sec. That was me.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like syringes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but take the needle off though. So you just have the plunger.
Okay.
Take the needle off. So you just have the plunger.
No, the needle is the part that works good for digging it out.
I don't think I can take the needle out of this one unless I use pliers, I guess.
I had
Or leave the needle in.
I had an EMT one time give me an actual IV needle for giving an IV, in the arm.
Okay.
And that was, in fact, I still got it in my toolbox at work. That works awesome for digging out little shards.
Herb says a baking soda plaster and a Band-Aid, which will also do the same thing. It'll basically soften it up and then draw it out.
Yeah.
Or soak it in Epsom salt too. Hot water and Epsom salt.
Just don't destroy your thumb because you need it for scrolling.
I know, that's what I'm worried about. I have 4 orders to do this week, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, you're working from home. You working from home tomorrow?
I have a meeting, meeting tomorrow, for our year goals, and then I'm at home the rest of the day. Van has an endo appointment in the morning, but it's online, and then I'm scrolling all weekend because I have a lot of orders to do. So, yes, I need to get.
So, like I said, I was saying, I'm not a hoarder. I'm a collector.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, John.
Yeah, you had that organized.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna call it a night. The wife's got to come to work, and we got to do some stuff. So I will
All right.
see y'all the next
I'm going to
time.
call it anyway.
Good night, Russ.
Thanks for being here, Russ.
All
Take
right,
care.
y'all have a good one.
Let us know if you need anything.
All right.
And
Appreciate
so Jamie was here, Herb was here. Oh, sorry, Jamie was here, Russ was here, Dennis was here, Blair was here, Steve, Shay. That was it, right? That's everybody that was on the panel. And then over in the chat, we had Dennis and Herb and Mac and Donna and Larry and Josh and John and
Jay.
thanks everybody for being here. Oh,
yeah. Jay popped in once.
And Jay was here and David Jones.
David Jones.
So take care, everybody, and take care of yourselves, take care of everybody else. And if you guys need somebody to talk to, let us know on Messenger. We're always here for you guys. All right.
Thanks for having us, John.
Thanks again, John.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, John.
See you later.
Not a problem. See you guys later.
Peace out.